Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Bow and Arrow Tarot. Tonight we are going to get right into the middle of November love check-in for the sign of Sagittarius. Alright Sagittarius, you're up. And you are of course my collective because I'm a Sagittarius, and so we're going to get right into it. I've already been shuffling your cards for quite some time and meditating on your energy, and I'm going to say so far the Aries and Leo readings have been off the hook. Really nice. And I did expect this, and I was talking about this in the weeklies that I've been looking forward to the November readings and the end of November and mid-November readings, and certainly the December readings will be something to really look forward to because a lot of blessings are coming in this year for everyone, for all signs. So let's see how it's going to work out for you today, my lovely Sagittarius. Of course, you can check in the description for the links to all of your other videos I've put up. Full moon video, the 11/11 snapshot into your soulmate connection, the weeklies, and of course the full month November love reading. Straight out, we have 8 of Wands, covered with the Ace of Pentacles. Wow. All right, Queen of Cups, and the King of Cups. Whew. All right, the Fool and the Knight of Wands. Wow, look at this. Powerful. Bottom of the deck, we have the Lovers. Oh my God, I can't even believe it. This is like so incredible. I've been doing all the fire signs tonight, and your readings have just been out of control. Let me see if I can get rid of that glare. All right, guys, so Sagittarius, what can I say? Queen of Cups, King of Cups, you're entering the full and ending this November period well on your way. You are on fire. Sagittarius, well, let's get right into it, all right? This is your simplified Celtic spread, right? And here we go. Sagittarius, you have an 8 of Wands and an Ace of Pentacles. Now, this is oftentimes one of the best combinations that you can have for fame and fortune. All right? 8 of Wands is oftentimes, it is a chaotic energy. 8 is a chaotic energy, and 8 of Wands does talk about a need for boundaries. Why? Because too much is coming in, right? Too much is coming in, too much attention, too much energy, too much communication. The communication can be very mixed and confused, right? Just very chaotic, generally. And it's just, and even if it isn't so confusing, even if you know what's coming in, it's too much of it. And 8, of course, is a number for boundaries. You have to set up your boundaries. But why do I say this combination is a combination for fame and fortune? Because the Ace of Pentacles talks about a huge golden egg coming into your life, a big sort of boom of money, opportunity for money, for wealth, for abundance, right? And when it is coupled with this very intense and chaotic energy of 8 of Wands, this generally can indicate a lot of attention, right? A lot of attention, a lot of media attention. This can be the combination that you will get when something goes viral. Right? When something goes viral and all of a sudden that's it, you know, you're off. Or when a business idea takes off and suddenly the phones are ringing off the hook, or the emails are coming in, or, you know, the messages are coming in, whatever the case may be. When you combine these two energies, this is oftentimes what we're talking about. And of course, right now here, right, in this particular spread, of course, you can interpret the cards in a multitude of ways. You only have 78 cards, a combination of 78 cards that we use to try and look at all of the myriad events and energies that can come into someone's life. And so, of course, it's the intuitive part of the reading that really orients or pulls out the focus or the message. But with this reading, when we look at the other cards, this is absolutely about a lot of attention coming in with regard to money and a business. Something suddenly taking off. And I'm going to tell you why in a minute, because of the Fool, but let's first just talk about your conscious and unconscious energy. In the front of your mind, look at you. You have Queen of Cups, King of Cups. So you're all about a particular union with someone. Not only is this about you and your perfect lover, your perfect mate, but let's just break down the actual essence of these cards and what they mean in their position. Queen of Cups, in your focus, in your mind, you are very focused on wanting to share a cup of love with someone. You know, your cup of love that you have with someone, or someone sharing their cup of love with you. I want to say, obviously, that you are wanting to express yourself. You're wanting to give yourself over, right? You're wanting to give yourself over to a relationship, give your heart away. You know, the Queen of Cups talks about handing her heart to someone. And it is a precious heart, because the Queen of Cups is a very emotionally healthy person. So this is a very emotionally healthy sort of desire to hand over your cup of love. In the back of your mind, in your unconscious mind, you're resonating with King of Cups. And King of Cups does talk about taking control of your love life. And so in a lot of ways, you want to maintain control of your love life, you know, because this is the energy that you're resonating with unconsciously. You want, in the conscious part of your mind, you're wanting to kind of be the submissive one and hand your cup over. But in the back of your mind, there's a very definite idea you have for a love connection and the type of love connection that you want. Now, it is also no surprise that Queen of Cups and King of Cups comes in, because for some of you Sagittarius, you are indeed in a connection with someone that seems to be your perfect mate. You're certainly in a connection, some of you, with someone who is resonating with King of Cups energy. Kings are fire, cups are water. So this is a fiery water sign. It could very well be somebody who's resonating with Scorpionic energy or Cancerian energy, right? They can also be resonating with fire energy as well, right? But in any case, you are very much thinking about the roles of a particular relationship right now, and the relationship that you are thinking about is definitely a soulmate union, because you have a lover's energy here. All right, you have the lover's energy pervading all of this, so this is definitely a sense of a soulmate connection. And in a lot of ways, I want to say that also, for some of you, this business or this venture that is taking off and skyrocketing for you may be something that right now is between you and your mate also. Although that's really not anything to do with the positioning of the cards, but that's just an intuitive read, in the sense that right now it could very well be that you and your divine feminine, divine masculine lover are just a little bit not able to be with each other, not able to see each other, because of all of this that's going on in your life. This is a lot that's happening, Sagittarius, and you simply may not have the time that you want to devote to your King of Cups. This could also be another reason why King of Cups is in the back of your mind. Not only do you want to have control of your relationship, and not control of it, but don't, in a sense, what I mean by control is that you have a very definite idea of who you want and what type of relationship you want, right? Not only that, but you also are connected to a King of Cups in the back of your mind. Also, you're concerned about them, you're thinking about them, right? You know you don't have a whole lot of time with them right now because you're working on this, and so you are thinking about how all of this is affecting them, right? And your connection to them. But nevertheless, this is still a divine connection. This is still a strong soulmate connection, because this is really your perfect partner. Now, you enter this period also, Sagittarius, with a sense of full energy. Wow, you have just embarked on a whole new path, Sagittarius. You've made a quantum leap up in wisdom and understanding and learning. Right? You've learned a lot, Sagittarius. You've really learned a lot in these last couple of years, I'm going to say. And what's happened is this wisdom that you've learned, and these the emotional levels that you've reached, spiritual levels that you've reached, and the wisdom that you've attained have allowed you to resonate up. And you are now the full beginning a whole new path. And this could very well be now, all of the things that you've done and learned to get to here, and now you're here, and this is a whole new experience for you. And so, of course, you're back to being a fool, but in the sense that you are about to really, it's not even that much of a leap of faith, but you have been taking a leap of faith with a particular project, but now it's taking off and you are really about to start a new adventure. You end this month off with the Knight of Wands, and so in this sense, the situation is calling for all of your ambition and energy and drive to be applied to it. You have all the confidence in the world. Whereas you may have just been starting off now thinking, okay, this is going to be a ride, right? I'm not really sure, but I have it in my bones. I feel like this is going to work. By the end of November, you are absolutely confident that you are on the right path, and you are absolutely attacking it with everything that you have. All your creative juices are flowing, and you're moving headlong. Look at the Knight of Wands. He is moving headlong towards this golden opportunity. Right? Very strong. Let's get some clarifiers. And basically what I'm saying, Sagittarius, is this period right now. Some of you Sagittarius, you are connected with your divine mate, divine feminine, divine masculine, your soulmate, certainly, right? This is a strong connection with someone. And right now you are busy with your career, which is about to, or your business, which is about to really explode and take off. Right? But I think that your relationship is, of course, going to survive this, because, where else are you going to go? Where else is the King of Cups going to go except for right next to his Queen of Cups? You know what I'm saying? So this relationship is going to weather this chaotic period that's about to happen, right? It's going to weather it, and you're certainly going to come out of this together, right? But right now, your lover, your King of Cups, is taking a little bit of a back seat, right? They're watching, they're there, but they're taking a little bit of a back seat this middle month period to the unfolding of something really incredible in your life, Sagittarius. And it's almost as if they're just watching this. They're watching it happen. There's your Prince of Cups, and there's your Leo, Hanged Man energy, and your Seven of Swords. Interesting. Bottom of the deck is your Four of Wands. Okay, so the Thoth deck, this is your twin flames, but in the Thoth deck, it doesn't look like a twin flames or 1111. It's a Four of Wands, so it's the same card. So, of course, Four of Wands has shown up now for all 5 fire sign readings for the middle of November. Excuse me for the shaky camera. All right, so the Thoth deck has clarified the Queen of Cups, and with the Prince of Cups is the same as the Knight of Cups, right? In the Thoth deck, this is the same as the Knight of Cups in the traditional. And so, yeah, in the front of your mind, right, you're really thinking about a Knight of Cups energy, in the sense of, you're wanting to express yourself with somebody, go towards somebody, right? I think that you are missing your lover in a certain way, right? Because some of you may even be away from your lover working on this project, right? You may even be physically not with them because you're on the road working on this or whatever, and you really, in your front of your mind, in the focus of your mind, you are feeling like there's a bit of distance and you want to move towards them, right? Knight of Cups talks about moving towards your lover, being romantic. It could be for some of you that you've been working so hard, you haven't had enough time to be very romantic, and you're missing that and you're wanting that. So you're really thinking about that a lot. In the back of your mind, you have King of Cups, and you have Leo energy, lust energy. And in the Thoth deck, Leo is the 11 card, actually. It's a card for lust, and it's quite interesting because he comes over the King of Cups, and it feels almost as if your King of Cups in the back of your mind, you're wondering if they're going to have the strength, right? And I think this is the concern. Right? Are they going to have the strength to be able to put up with this? Sometimes when you are in a love connection with somebody and you have an immense amount of success coming in or money coming in, they can't handle it. The dynamics of the relationship changes. And I think this is what you're wondering about. You're wondering if your lover is going to have the strength over their pride. Are they going to have the strength over their pride? Because King of Cups is kind of scorpionic energy, and they can get quite defensive, prideful. I'm not saying that you're dealing with a Scorpio Sagittarius. I'm just saying that this is kind of some of the energy that's there. And it could very well be that this is really what's resonating in the back of your mind, that you are in a really lovely connection with someone. It's a soulmate connection, but you are somewhat concerned, or there's some feeling there in the back of your mind that you're not quite sure if they're going to be able to handle this relationship once all of this money and success comes in for you. Hanged Man energy comes in for the Fool. So for quite some time, you've felt very stuck, Sagittarius. You felt really like uninspired. It could very well be that you've been working on this path for a long time, and you felt as though Hangman energy does talk about not being inspired, talks about being kind of like stuck in a position, but oftentimes not stuck because he couldn't move, but stuck because he didn't want to move. Could very well be for some of you Sagittarius that up until now you hadn't been very inspired, but this new journey really wakes you up, And it could also be that this whole, for some of you, this isn't even necessarily that you were stuck in your life per se, because Sagittarius, you're real go-getters. But I think for a lot of you, now that a lot of this money and the rewards for all your hard work is beginning to come in, right? I think for a lot of you, you are waking up, because the Hangman is more about, comes in when you wake up. When you wake up to something, when you realize something, or you're inspired by something. I think you wake up, your success begins to wake you up to the fact that you really have a talent somewhere, or that there's some part of your life that you have neglected because perhaps you weren't that inspired in it, or perhaps you just didn't feel that inspired. Maybe you didn't have enough confidence to really, move forward in that area. It really feels, because this Hanged Man coming in over the Fool really feels like that essence of you waking up to a side of your life or side of yourself that you've really allowed to lay dormant for a long time. But now you're realizing that, wow, I really have talent with this. Because now all of this reaffirmation is coming in. And I think it's really, really waking up a really great sense of self-confidence in you. And specifically in an area that I think you really just didn't realize or take much notice of until now that all of this is happening for you. Seven of Swords comes in over that Knight of Wands, and it certainly is. Seven of Swords is interesting to come in because that came in for some of the other readings also. And Seven of Swords is a sense of futility. It is also the card for haste, and I want to say that it's coming in here to as a warning, Sagittarius. Just be careful. Take a little care with some of the decisions that you make coming up. Because Seven of Swords has a lot of, can be interpreted a lot of different ways. But when it comes in a position of the energy that's about to happen, or future energy, it really serves as a warning, okay? As a warning of not being too hasty, right? Not being too quick to make decisions or quick to jump on any particular bandwagon. You have a lot of things happening here, and a lot of money suddenly happening, money and attention suddenly that will possibly be coming in, and you're going to be very, very enthusiastic, but just temper that enthusiasm and be careful not to make any hasty decisions, because the futility, the sister to futility is haste, right? When we are hasty, then our efforts are futile. So take your time, all right? Again, this is your reading, Sagittarius, for middle of November. I hope you enjoyed this. I'm going to call it. This is a great, great reading, Sagittarius. For some of you, you have a huge boon coming in, a huge windfall, a huge sort of reward beginning to come in. And I believe this reward will definitely have something to do with public attention. And for some of you, you have a divine love connection, and all of this attention is really affecting that love connection. I believe that your relationship will weather the storm. I'm going to be honest with you. And I think that, and the only indication I have here of any kind of worry is just the positioning of the cards. Okay, none of the cards indicate any miscommunication or worry with your lover at all. It's simply because your lover, your King of Cups, is in the unconscious back of your mind position, right? And so this is where I draw the idea that there is some separation here between you and your lover, either physically or mentally, only because right now they are residing in the back of your mind and you wish to be with them, but you simply can't because this is in between. All right, guys, have a wonderful, wonderful mid-November. This has been 3 fire sign readings with great abundance and a really strong love connection. 4 of Wands has shown up for each one in some way, and I'm pretty sure the Lover's card has also. So, great. For right now, Sagittarius, have a wonderful, wonderful mid-November, and I shall see you soon for your next reading. Bye-bye now.